Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am back today making some more ephemera. I'm working on some tall journals and I got started making a notebook, and then I thought, well shoot, I have everything cut out. I might as well do a video and show you how I put these together. It's very basic, but it's lovely for a tall journal just to set in the center, and it just gives some extra writing space. So how's everyone? I hope you are all well. We're doing great here. Mr. Arthur is sitting on the sofa right now, so, well, it looks like he might be sleeping on the sofa, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he will make an appearance. So I'm using Edith Holden paper as the cover of each of these, and this is the full size. I just trimmed it off. It's usually double-sided like this. So I just trimmed the corner off. And so this is 9 inches tall, and I think it's about 6 3/4. So what I've done is I have selected just 5 papers for each. So these I've cut a little bit narrower in width, and I think they're 8.5 inches tall. So I'm just going to separate these so that there's one for each book. And this is just an old vintage book page. This is one that I'll get to fold to have just a little folded flip. This is some fun paper from a book from the dollar store. And then here are a couple of extra digitals. This is from Rachel, these two from her tall journals, one of her tall kits. And then the back is a beautiful paper from Artie Mays from her blue, I don't know if it's backgrounds, but it's definitely a blue kit. So I'll take one of these and I'll set this over here. And that's basically how I organize what I'm going to do. So we're going to take this and fold it. I'm just bringing it to the edge. I think I cut them square, but it's hard to say. So this little guy, we're going to lose a little bit of his face, but it'll be over here on the back. So I'm not upset about that. I'm not cutting it off. Just so cute. Okay, and then this beautiful paper, I know that it's a little bit wider than what I need. So I just fold it. I'm kind of eyeballing as I go. And I'm just going to fold this one back. And then this one, I know from having made one that I like to fold that little bit. I love, I think Rach and I were separated at birth. We like a hole. She loves a hole in her fabric, and I absolutely get that. I love a hole in a piece of paper, as long as it's not in the middle of, an image I'm trying to, that's a focal point. And so this is a nice page from a book. And then this one I can just fold right in half. Okay, so 5 pages is plenty. You could absolutely do more if you wanted. So what I've done is I put this one in first. And then I just like to have a plain and then, a non-plain and then a plain again. Like that. And you don't have to line them up at the bottom of, these are all the same height or thereabouts. But you could see how that's not right to the bottom. There's a little more space up here. You could move it up here, or you could just fan your papers out. It's totally up to you. I'm going to use one of my big clips there, fold it in half like that, and then maybe we'll sew the two of them at the same time. So I'll move that to the side. We'll bring the other one. Sort of multitasking. And I'm just going to line that up in the corner down here and then push back. There we go. And of course, you could use a bone folder if you have one to hand. I have one. I think it's behind me. But did I tell you that I reorganized my craft room? I have. I actually think what I'd like to do is I'll do a revisit of the craft room and show you what I've done. I think what I'll do is maybe do a like decorate it for the holidays. I know it's early to be thinking about the holidays, but yeah, I just thought that might be kind of a good timing to show you the craft room again and just to show you what I've done. It's nothing major. It has more to do with my workspace than anything else. So this is a wonderful, from an old birding book. And then we'll fold this one in half. Okay. So take this, we'll put the beautiful Rachel page in there. And then I think I had that. I love the coffee staining on this one. It's really pretty. It's in the center. That one's not quite as long as the others. And then that one. And then this one. Yeah, so I think the pages that I cut to 6 3/4 wide would fit in here perfectly and still have some space. So this top is 9 inches wide by I think 7. And so I did 6 3/4 width on my papers. And then those that were long enough, I did 8.5. And then, like I said, this page is not quite long enough anyway. Okay, so let's just sew them. So I have some wax thread from my bookbinding kit. Just wondering if this is wonky, but oh well, it is what it is. So all I want to do, I want to take that, put it at the top. And I can see that my pages have shifted a little bit. So I'm just going to pull that up. There we go. And what's nice about doing one signature is that you don't need to use a template. I eyeball the center, and then I try and go about 1 inch from the edge. Now, if you're not if you're not someone who's prone to injury, probably don't do it the way I do it in terms of just poking through. It's certainly safer to poke into a book, or like an old phone book is terrific for that. Yeah, so if you are prone to those sorts of injuries, then I would definitely say don't do as I say, not as I do. How's that? Gosh, I haven't heard that phrase for an awful long time. That was one of my teachers in grade school used to say that all the time to the class. So we'll cut this here, take these off, and then we'll fold them down. I like to smooth the pages a little bit afterwards. So let's do this one as well. Just gonna center that a little bit since the pages are even. Just kind of run my finger down here to make sure that that's right into the groove. We get some, oops, some linen, and then flatten it a little bit. That's far enough away from me that it's going to challenge me to get it through the hole, but it worked. Excellent. I didn't put the holes in yet. Aye. Okay. One in the middle or thereabouts, 1 inch from either end. Make sure your fingers are away from the pokey tool. And like I said, if you are prone, definitely use a book or something to push that needle into when it's going, or cradle, use a book cradle. I do have one, which I'm very grateful for. It's not out and about right now. It's put away. Actually, it might still be at the cottage. Okay. Note to self. Make sure I bring it back from the cottage. Okay. We haven't, we usually close our cottage up around Canadian Thanksgiving, which is in October. That's usually the second Monday of October. And it really is dependent on what kind of storm season we're expecting this year, hurricanes and whatnot. We've had a rough go on the east coast of Canada for hurricanes. In the last 3 years, we've had 2 major hurricanes, which is interesting because in my lifetime, I only ever really remembered one significant hurricane when I was a kid. So there you go. So I just go every 2 pages and just flatten it down, and then I turn it, go back to the center and go 1, 2, and flatten it. It just makes it lay a little bit flatter in the book. Just a really cute, tall journal. Tall notebook. It's not a journal. You can journal in it for sure. Or you could use the pages. You could tear out strips of the pages and use them for something if you wanted, for sure. So that's as simple as it is making that. So let's see, do we want to add some labels or something? I'm just going to grab this and see if I have any. Most of those are larger. I have some little bits from these are from the Tracy Fox and Artie Mays fabrications. It's for their journal pages. And I think that's a video that has been shown already. Oh, sorry, that's a journal that I have still to work on. Okay, that's why I got confused. It starts with the same cover as this. Okay, what do we want to do? You know what, we could use some of these again. Why not? Why not? Let's just add a little bit of zhuzh from that. And I need to cut some more labels. There's some there. Yeah, I need to cut some more labels. It's simple as that. Okay, let's just look at putting, you know what might be kind of cool. I'm going to grab this. And I'm just going to cut it like that. And maybe a little bit off the top. There we go. What if we were to fold it like that? And use it as like a little tab at the top. I think that would be really pretty. So we'll put that one there. What else do we have? That color would look beautiful on that one, actually. Hope I'm still in frame. And maybe we could use almost any color here. Let's use the pink. All right, we'll use the pink. I'll just move this out of the way. Okay. I'm just going to tear that like so and fold it like that. So it could go right here like that. It's quite light. I hope you can see it. All right, I'll get my glue and we will glue this on. Just as a little bit of extra interest. Okay. So I want a little bit of it poking out. And I need to get at this fast before that's the one thing about art glitter glue, it dries very, very quickly. So that's really cute. Just set it there like that. Got a little tiny bit hanging over, like a little less than 1/4 of an inch. I want it up there. I think I want it down there. But I might do this a little bit different. I think I'll set the back page on first, and then I can see that I have an appropriate amount as the hangover that's hanging over, and then I'll just glue it like that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that color with those berries. It looks so pretty. And I like that you can see a little bit in there as well. Very pretty. Yeah, I mean, you can add more if you wanted, but I think we'll just stop there just to do something kind of simple. I say that and now I'm reaching for something. What was I reaching for? Oh yeah, I had some of these. These are little cards that I've made from ephemera from Tracy Fox. I feel like it's called Wildflowers, but I'm not sure. I've had this for such a long time. But this sort of thing would be beautiful as like a little tab as well, somewhere in the book, you know, just kind of sticking out. So you could do that as well. Oh, I like it there on that shorter page. Okay, I'm going to do it. First, let me clean my nozzle. Apologies if that moved my view. Okay, so I'm just going to, and I've put these on some cardstock, so I can come over a little bit more with glue. Just going to set that there, lining it up with this edge, and then that makes it like it's a little functional tab. I think that's really cute. And we'll do it with this one as well on that page. And so since I have the tab up here, I'll put one down low. So I'm just going to grab one of these. Looking out the window here, I can see there's crows walking around the yard, looking for grubs. They can do a lot of damage to a yard, that's for sure. So then that there. So that just gives you an idea of how you could decorate a little bit if you wanted to. But that's so pretty. So that's it. Very simple, making little notebooks for your journal or for your purse. But these are specifically tall notebooks to go in some tall journals I'm working on. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.